Hi, this is Stefan from Canto and you're watching Loudwire. What was the first song or riff that made me want to be a musician? It's actually a complete album from Europe, like in the beginning of the 90s, Prisoners in Paradise. Europe was my first favorite band, so to say, especially Final Countdown when I was 6 years old. It was just a smash hit back then, and it was my favorite song. The riff of a bonus track of Yesterday's News from Europe. I used to play it along with Ike, with the bass singer of Canto, who was also a guitar player, and we formed our first band being like 12 or 13 years old back then. And Yesterday's News was one of our favorite riffs. Yes, so before I did a cappella, I was a traditional guitar player and singer, but I always liked choir-oriented stuff. So for example, another album that really changed my life, I can put it that way, is Imaginations from the Other Side, from Blind Guardian. Because of all the amazing choir work on that album. The title track, Imaginations, with a riff like... And the first riff or a song that we tried to adapt to metal a cappella style, or where I tried, was actually Master of Puppets. Master of Puppets was the first riff where I really tried to imitate that guitar sound with my voices, like... So we took these downstrokes here, single note with a power chord combination, and then try to sing it like and so on. For battery, we really sung the riff in a clean voice, like and so on. And we distorted our voice then with a guitar amplifier. And later, or nowadays, when we play battery live, then it's really that the distortion comes from the voice itself, like battery run, and so on. How is this singing technique different than regular singing? For me, it's not that different. So, for example, in Hebatar, where I'm the lead singer, I'm a little bit like perhaps James Hetfield inspired. So it's really, hey, yeah, that crunch in the voice. And the only thing that happens with Canto is that for the rhythm guitars, all this happens like one octave lower, like riddly diddly diddly dun, or the interesting thing is that the feeling of distortion and depth also comes really from that singing technique. So if I sing these syllables like in an undistorted way, they do not sound that low, and I can add distortion to it, and you also have the feeling that it gets lower, like dun-na 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 doo-doo, run-na dun-na dun-na doo-doo, run-na dun-na dun-na doo-doo, run-na dun-na dun-na doo. So if you really go like run-na dun-na dun-na doo, if you take that note, do, it doesn't sound that deep, but then if I add distortion, it's always strange to do that with the camera on my face. What are my favorite riffs to sing? Hell's Bells. Bum, 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 bum. The rhythm guitars, who only do power chords, it's just one note that I can hold like forever. So this is not so much fun in the studio, because it's a little bit boring. But live, this works out great, because you can actually just sing the note, take a look at the audience, and yeah, just be on stage really feeling like a musician and not like a machine who has to throw out notes. The great part for me in Canto that I'm able to sing all these solos with my head voice and then distort it through a guitar amplifier. So for example, if I do a lick like wow, This is the way it sounds, actually what I'm singing to the microphone. And with distortion, it sounds like... And then I can do everything that I cannot play on guitar, because I'm not a fast lead singer, like fast licks, like... or sweeps, like... bendings. Or also this classical stuff like... or also faster licks like... Although, you notice, if I play something like this, it's not so easy with voice to really have this big steps between the notes, so I can do this slow, a little bit faster. Yeah, how challenging it is to sing low-tuned songs like our Amon Amarth Raise Your Horns cover. I mean, the advantage is that if it's power chord based, like the riff of Raise Your Horns, like... then you always can choose if you sing the actual keynote or the fifth. And Ross sings the run and the dun and the dun and the doo doo, one a dun and a racket a doo. And I sing the fifth below, run and the dun and the dun and the doo doo, one a dun and a racket a doo. For example, if we have songs in E minor, most probably, if this riff was in E minor, I would most probably sing E and D. Run and the dun and the dun and the doo doo, one a dun and a racket a doo. And Ross would still sing the high note, run and the dun and the dun and the doo doo, which is quite the same if he sings in B. So, short answer, we just make the arrangement in a way that it works for us. How do we write our original song? So basically it's not so much different from a regular band. So we start playing riffs on guitar or some chords on piano, and then the Van Canto style kicks in when we arrange these compositions into a vocal arrangement. The same thing that we do when arranging a cover in Van Canto style. There are some exceptions. For example, on the current album To the Power of 8, the first song Dead by the Night was actually a riff that came to my mind while really singing it and not playing on guitar. So it's like boom rakataka da dun dun do the dun dun do the dun dun do, boom rakataka da dun dun do the dun dun do the do. Now that I'm singing it, I already imagine like the notes that would be played on a guitar, like... It would be also possible to translate a Van Canto song into a regular metal song. So would actually be a fun thing to do in the future, to write some a cappella songs and find some bands who want to do cover versions of it with real instruments. Let me think about that. In the very beginning, we used the syllable rakataka a lot. So rakataka, rakataka, rakataka. But we noticed live that it's a little bit hard to distinguish the different notes because you have so many consonants like rak, tak, and there's not so much vowels that actually transport the notes or the chords you're singing. So during the years we got away a little bit from that rakataka and took a little bit more softer sounds like... We would do this kind of stuff most probably with mom, like mom 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 mom. So you have this where you can just hear the note all the time, and also with the mom 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 mom. So you have constant information of which chord you are singing, instead of with rakataka, where with every t and k you cut off the actual note. Then there are more like fast speed metal single note riffs, like... And this would most probably be something like, if we have then we often use O or U, like do-wop. I don't know why we always sing do-wop. I think it's an a cappella thing. So having these palm muted like mom, having open chords with do, 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 do. Then these fast things with in the beginning of a riff when you have something like. So these kind of stuff we also do like to you, or also this ghost note thing. Then perhaps we would do rataka do 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 rataka do do rataka do rataka do do do. Although this is too funky. On the lead guitar things, it's really do wee wow. So these 3 syllables with whittle diddle 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 diddle. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you got some inspiration, even if you're not a guitar singer or just a guitar player. As I said, it works in both ways. So if you wake up one morning and have this great riff coming to your mind, then just sing it like run the dun the dun the riddly diddly do, and then grab your guitar and play it. Record albums, play live, bring music to the people. That's what we do. I'm Stefan from Canto. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.